As you can see, I started doing some body work. This is basically done. May have to put a little bit of glaze cream on it. I haven't done this yet though, so I have to clean off some of this primer. I was gonna make a bead roll piece that matched this pattern, but I kind of got a cool idea. I'm going to make something that goes down to that about there on either side, so it comes up and it has that round ridge on it, and then it's going to go 90 degrees and down and across. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a plate in there that says 41 Supercab. It'll probably glue in, I guess. I don't know. And in behind it, I'll put a black piece of plastic. That's the plan. So we're going to start on that right now. So we'll start by measuring it. I think it's like 9 inches and a little bit. Yeah. 90 thou under 9. Yeah. So if I cut it at 9, then I can adjust it. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces, maybe 1 piece. I'll make it. Let's give you a drawing. Okay, so basically, here goes my pen. Basically, side profile is basically like this, right? And then it goes like that. So I'm going to finish this off here. I'll probably take this piece and weld it on the end, and then so that it'll continue with the door and stop there, and then it'll have my advertising, as it were. So what'll happen is I'll make a piece that goes like this, 90 degrees. Okay, so let's see if I can draw this. Something like that. And then inside it'll say 41 Supercab. We'll fit it in there. We'll get it laser cut, because I used to work at a place that had a laser. Hopefully they will cut me a deal. If not, I know they can do it anyway. So we'll put that in there. So basically we'll have a plate that goes like that. And then my other plate will go, there'll be a piece of black goes inside, and then my stainless name tag. That's what I plan on doing. There's a closer look at my total mess. Yes, you can see I'm not an artist. So we'll start by making this piece here. I got to, of course, make 2 of them, 1 for each side. Okay, so there's my template. I guess it's backwards for some reason. Anyway, it's half and half and 5/8 and 5/8. So that's 2 1/4, and then 2 1/4. So the piece has to be 4 1/2. So do we make it a little bit bigger because of bending, maybe? Well, we're going to make it out of cardboard first anyway. So we'll make it. Let's make it 4 5/8 times 9. So we'll cut a piece of cardboard and we'll start bending it, see how she works. Okay, so I got a piece of cardboard. I'm just going to square it up first. Make sure she's square. It's a little tight on this side. There we go. Okay. There we go. We're on there. Very easy to cut this stuff. Okay, so now we want to go 9 inches. So we will mark it at 9 inches. We're just going to cut a chunk off first. Make it easier to work with. This will go in my storage. Okay, so I'm going to go 9 inches. This is what that mark is, I believe. Yep. Okay, so we're just going to go on the straight edge on the corner. And it's a little bit long, it don't matter. Trim it with a knife. Okay, so now we wanted to go. This thing doesn't like thicker material in there. That side's quite open. I should probably be cutting over there. Okay, so we wanted to go 4 5/8, right? Yes. So I think I'm going to go over here in the middle a little bit more. Let's move some stuff. Okay, that's better. 4 1/2, 4 5/8. So we'll stick it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5/8. So we'll just set it this way. 4 5/8 on that side. 4 9/16. 4 and 5/8. There we go. So the piece that's on the table is the piece I'm going to use. Kind of moved on me. No, I guess it didn't. It just crinkled. Okay. So that's our piece. So we're going to stick that through the bead roller, and we're going to try to make this all work, and then we'll use my bender to finish it off. Okay, I'm just putting this type of die in here. See what happens. You probably can't really use that doesn't even work. You can't use I don't think I can make a bead on here, but we'll try it. I know I can do bends, like I make cardboard bends. I made a fender under support piece completely out of cardboard. It fit perfect. Then I made it out of metal. That's basically what we're trying to do here. So we're just gonna. So according to my, it's 5/8. So we wanna. It's cardboard, so we can start right down at the bottom, I guess. Okay, see what happens. I don't pretend to be an expert. A lot of the stuff I'm showing you, what I do is first time I've ever done it. So, and of course, this is turned off. There we go. Okay, that's what we want. The other way, though. Okay, we're just going to try and put a little bit of a rounded edge on it. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Maybe if I go tighter. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hold on a second. Well, that was my gas supplier. Their driver got hurt, so I don't get my gas today, so I can't do any TIG welding. So that kind of throws a wrench into things. I'm just going to go around here a couple times. Maybe we can do something. Well, it is kind of rounded. Yeah. It's basically just for looks. We have so much freezing rain right now that water's coming in my shop, so I'm getting wet feet. It's kind of like that video I posted with me showing how a wing works on a fire jet. Anyway, so we'll just do this a little bit. That's kind of rounding. Yeah. Okay, and then we just do our 90 down here. I don't know, this might not work. Anyway, I'm going to shear a couple of pieces out of metal and we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so I made a piece, it's about 6 inches, which is longer than I need, but what I figured I'd do is if I can get this one profile right, then I know exactly how much material I use, then I can shear this off on this side and do the same if it even works. So I'm going against the set there, recess. Of course, I'm going the wrong way. I think I should go in. Okay. Guess I should slow down. You can go really fast with this thing, which means you can make your mistakes faster. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Crank it a bit. I've got an old lathe. I'm going to try to make some different dies for this bead roller. So I'm making this really long, and I can just cut it in half if I get it right. Which probably means I'm wasting twice the material. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay. That's a little better. I think that's almost got it. So let's go look at the how it sits on the cab. Okay, so this is the other side. You can see I started body work on that too. Wow. That's amazing. Of course, now it's got an arch in it this way. We can fix that though. Anyway, this lines up really good. So I think that's good. Now I just got to try to bend it at the 5/8 mark. So at the 5/8 mark, we'll mark it. We'll stick it in my bender and bend it at 90. Is that right? Yeah, then I got to pull it out and bend it again. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll take you over to the bender now. So here we are at my homemade shear, or bender. I wouldn't call it a break because it's... Actually, I should call it a break because I break a lot of stuff with it. Okay, so we want to go at 5/8. So we will mark it, see what we can do. Be nice if I had a real brake press, but that's not in any kind of budget. So I just have to go past the roller line. So I'm going to stuck it in here, right to the line, right on both sides, and we'll tighten it down. I think I'm going to make a new one of these, maybe a little bigger. And if I do, I'll do a demo how to make it and give you a parts list, because it's been very, very handy. I've made a lot of stuff with this thing. Okay, so that's that. Okay, see what happens. We want to go 90 degrees. This is 18 gauge material, so I might be able to pull it out. Yes, I can. All right. That's too much. Oh, no, it isn't. Just a second. How am I doing this? Yeah, now I have to go in again, and I have to go at 1/2 inch down. So I think this video might not make it into publication. Sometimes I show my bonehead mistakes, but sometimes I go, oh, this isn't working. Why waste people's time? Okay. So now, because I don't have a flat bar underneath there, I can actually stick this in, pull it out as far as we can there, and it curls inside itself. So, which also means it'll get stuck in there, I think. So I'll have to release these bolts and take the top off, or the top of the bender off. Okay. So, see what happens. It's kind of overbent, so when I bend this, it's got a little pressure on it. I think it'll take some of that bend out of it. You see it bends like butter. And of course, I don't think it'll come out without me taking the top off. We'll see. There we go. This whole thing is made out of scrap. I worked at a place and they got a giant milling machine in it. Like it cost $1 million or something. It came on a, oh, look at that. I can't get it up. It came on a metal skids made out of 3-inch, 4-inch, and 5-inch 5-inch channel. So this is what this is made out of, different types of channel, and that's a channel I cut down, and of course a piece of angle. Look at that, it's coming out. Huh. Looks like I bent it backwards. Yeah, definitely bent it backwards. So this piece is screwed up. I think I'm just going to shear some little pieces. That makes more sense. I'll shear some little pieces, put all the bends on them, and then see if I can duplicate it in a big piece. Because this is not a good thing. That's a lot of material to waste. But anyway, it was a piece of scrap anyway. Okay, so I made a real fast piece. See it? One thing I forgot to point out, when you shear stuff, it gets burrs on it. If you get one of these, I think I got it on Amazon, it takes the burrs off really fast on this light stuff. And you don't cut yourself, because a lot of times this stuff is razor sharp. So let's try it again. I'll go right next to it, right there, I think. Yeah, and I'll go down. There we go. All right, so put it at the line. Tighten her down. If I can find my tightener, where did it go? Oh, there it is. You don't put stuff where it belongs, you can't find it. Papa used to say, there's a place for everything, and everything's in its place. I don't know what sinks has to do with it, but maybe he had a bunch of sinks to hold stuff. I don't know. Okay, so that's tight. That's tight. This is bend like butter. We want 90 degrees again, so go up. Might be able to pull this one out. Might be able to just loosen one at a time. Yeah, look at that. Okay, All right. It's not perfect. Anyway, I'm going to go check on this. I'll be right back. Well, I don't know if it's going to work because I don't have all the abilities with this machine. But we'll try it. I have to tuck this in. It's overbent here, so I'm hoping that once I tuck it in and I bend it, it'll correct that and underbend it a little bit. See, I have to go past there, so we'll loosen this way off. Let's arch it a bit. There we go. Maybe I'm making a better mousetrap. I don't know. Here's my patented block of wood. It's almost there. We'll grab my Tucker hammer. It's right beside there. Okay, so I've beat it down to 1/2 inch, I think. Put my bar back in for bending. Tighten the crap out of this stuff. It'll actually bend just by that. I might not have to lift it up. That's not true. It's interesting how you figure stuff out. Sometimes it involves making tooling. Of course, just a little shop. We only got a certain amount of resources. So anyway, I'm going to bend that at 90 now. Here we go. That's just as far as I can go. I don't think this is going to work. I need a proper brake press. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can get that out of there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's the profile. No, I can't do this. May end up just having to hammer form it and make a jig for it. I stuck it in the vise here. You can't see me doing it, but it's almost got it. Okay, so there's one piece, the other piece. And then this will be where the 41's written. So I have to be a little more creative. It's amazing how this light stuff moves. I'm not used to using light stuff. Okay. So there is basically one profile. So let's pause it there. And well, here we are at the side. Huh. I might be able to do this. Just let me go and bend this in the vise. As you can see, that's about the right profile. This needs to be opened up. So probably I should have bent it a little less, because I just need it to sit on there like that with this touching there. and flat, and then I can put my plastic piece in and then screw in the stainless steel piece or rivet it, whatever. So I'll be right back. Okay, so there's your profile. You can see it. Let's put it over there. Looks pretty good. I gotta straighten out a little bit more, but I think I can do this. Yeah. Just weld it across there and grind it down. This has to be back bent a little bit more. Okay. Get the light show going. All right. Arched piece is at 5/8, so we'll mark a 5/8 line on here. And again, we're just practicing with this piece. Once we get her down, then we'll get it all set up and we'll screw up a full-size piece. That's right. 5/8 and 5/8. And I got these magnets in here, so it holds it. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to stick this up. Oops. Magnet grabbed me. Okay, so we're going to go to the 5/8 mark. Right there. These magnets are powerful. Okay. Yeah, that's where it goes. Now, I just got to clamp it, so we'll take up Big Blue. So I think if I put a piece of small round rod under there, it'll give me that arch I need. First you tighten it till it screams. Okay. Might have to be tapped down a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's good now. I lost my bodywork hammer. I just had it right here. There it is. Goodness gracious. Okay. So now, probably should clamp that to there too. So that it doesn't wander on me. The round is hard to clamp to. Maybe it isn't hard to clamp. There you go. Okay. It seems to be wandering out, so I'll just tap it in. Into the corner. Oop, that one's almost ready to fall off. Okay, so now we'll just see if we can pop this around. Okay, Pause that and take it apart. Okay, there's the profile. There's where I want my bend. So we're gonna stick it in here. This time we're just gonna go way out. Probably gonna be a nuisance with that there. Let's see, let's transfer that. I marked it on the wrong side. Wrong side for this anyway, right side for what I just did. So now we're going to go to that line. And like that, like that. Tighten it. Okay, so now try to get a 90 on this. I think that's pretty close. If not, we'll try it again. Okay. Wow, that looks pretty good. Now I have to figure out how to bend a 90 off of that. I don't think I can do it in here. I'll screw it up. Oh dear. And it's got to be a 1/2 inch long. So from that point down 1/2 inch. And then a 90. Some of the complicated things you come up with. Holy doodle. Actually, I'm going to shear this off. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So now I can stick it in this. Yeah, we got to mark that at 1/2 inch. I'm just going to do it by eye because this is just a piece. Okay. So now we slip that in there. Hopefully it doesn't crush it all to blazing saddles. I'll loosen both sides, I guess. I do have another piece of machinery for bending. It's for what sheet metal mechanics use. I forget what it's called, but if I made this piece out of 22 gauge stainless, then I could put the whole thing in. Okay, that's got that. Torque it down. Probably doing the bending as I'm tightening. Okay, there we go. Yeah, look at that. I'm bending it as I tighten it. I probably don't have to do much of a bend when I'm done here. Yeah, that's doing really good. Here, you take a look. See how it's coming down? Okay, that's tight. Now, That bend has to be 90 though. So right now it's probably about 60, I think. So we'll see if we can get the rest of this without screwing it up. Ooh, not sure. Okay, we'll see. I think probably be easy for me to make a. Boy, it's windy out there. Probably easier for me just to make a template out of wood, clamp it all together. I can even bolt it together in the middle. See, I overbent it, but that can be fixed. Okay, that's better, but then this isn't down enough, so I gotta torque it down. So I'm gonna stick it in the vise here like I did before. This is how I fixed it last time. Just grab the edge of it. Of course, I can't grab an 8-inch or 9-inch piece in here. We're just clowning around, see what we can do. Okay, so this has to go like that. Bends like butter. I wonder if I can hit this in. It's kind of what I want to do. Too much work though. I'll make a cardboard thing. Let's go look at the on the truck. Here we are at the truck. Yeah, that works. Look at that. It's probably only going to be about 2 inches. I almost have enough material in here to make the other side. Just for fun, I'm going to make the other side. I won't put you guys through the boredom of seeing it, but see what we can do. I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to bend 90 degrees there first to get that, and then put my round piece on it. So I'll show you in a second. Well, kind of made it. It's too big. Like if you look at, so if I make an exact wooden mold and just hammer fit, I can use my air chisel gun with the proper head on it. I think I can do that. So at least we learned one way to do it. A guy could do this, but it'd take a lot more patience and time than I have. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and comment.